everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And it is finally time. It is time to let you guys know about my brand new horse, which has just come into my life as of 2.5 weeks ago. And my goodness, I'm so excited to share everything about her in this video. So she arrived 2.5 weeks ago in the pouring rain. I mean, it was wet, it was dark, she was 3 hours late, so it was all quite chaotic in getting her here, but I'm going to insert some clips of her arriving now. She's literally stopping there.
Oh, at least the rain stopped a bit. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
We're at 11.
Yeah, do you want me to grab her? Oh, darling girl. Hi, beautiful. Good girl. Here she is. Yeah. Good girl. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Oh. Here she is, everybody. This is my brand new horse. This is Echo, and as you can see, she is a beautiful dapple grey. She is a 4-year-old off the track thoroughbred. So I'm sure you guys are wanting to find out all of the information about our beautiful new mare. So we first of all found her by word of mouth. She wasn't advertised or anything, and we heard about this beautiful dapple grey mare that has a lovely temperament and is only 4, and we were like, me and Tim, when I say we, we're like, well, maybe we should just go have a look, you know, have a look. I never really anticipated that I would have 2 right now, and so soon. I was maybe thinking about having another in a couple of years, but here we are. So we took the trip, which was 4.5 hours away from Perth. So it was a whole day. We left at 6 a.m. We went up and had a look at her. We first of all saw her in her paddock, and she was just grazing, just looking absolutely lovely, and her previous owner brought her in. We saw her be groomed, her feet picked out, being tacked up, and she was just absolutely lovely. Had beautiful manners considering she was only 4 years old. So I just got on straight away because I felt comfortable enough. I know when people say, you know, when you try a new horse, always get the original owner on first and then you hop on, but I got on and she was perfect. She stood perfectly still when I got on. She waited until I asked her to go, and I just rode her around in the lady's little paddock that she had, went over a couple of trot poles, and even had a little jump. I was feeling brave. So it was just like a little cross rail, like 20-30 centimeters, and I was cantering her into this little jump in a dressage saddle, and she just took it all in her stride. And the lady said, well, you know what, she's actually never cantered into jumps before, so you're doing brilliantly. And I was like, wow, considering she has not done this before, she has aced it. And I was already falling in love by this point. So after I had a little ride in the paddock, we then went and took her out on the roads. We went for a little bit of a hack with a lady who was on her horse at the time. And as we were out on the hack, there was, you know, we're going past properties, and there was this dog that literally ran up to the gate and was barking, and she, like, you know, right next to us, and she didn't even flinch. And I was like, oh my gosh, is she all right? Like, this is just amazing. So she took it all in her stride, and again, we're walking down, and there was cars speeding past, maybe going 60 kilometers an hour, really close to her. She didn't mind at all. And then we took her down to a little stream which was there. So there was like a little river, and she, you know, stopped by the edge, had a little sniff, and then just walked straight in, had a bit of a play, had a drink. So I was definitely in love by this point, and then we went up to a big oval and I got to take her for a bit of a canter around, you know, being so young for incredibly green, off the track. You know, there's still a lot of work to do in all of these paces, but she had the foundations there, and her temperament was, I think, the point that we probably loved the most. Like, that is the thing that pretty much sold us, was her temperament. And obviously she just looks beautiful too, which is a win-win. So we brought her back into like the property. We saw her being untacked, standing in the wash bay, and put back out into her field like an absolute dream. So we fell in love. So that was the story of the day trip. I think we left at 6 a.m. and we got back at 8 p.m. at night. Absolutely knackered, but it was so worth it. So a bit more about baby Echo. So she was born in 2017 and was meant to be a successful racehorse, but she raced 4 times and then was retired. Her sire is Bradbury's Luck, who has had a number of successful progeny, and one of them, I believe, is called Lucky Grey, who's won almost, I think, $3 million. So that's just incredible. But I think Bradbury's Luck horses are quite well known for having, you know, lovely temperaments and you know, lovely heads on them. So I think we've really struck gold with baby Echo behind me here. Echo is also just shy of 16 hands, but we're hoping that she will mature to 16 hands. That would be lovely. At the moment, she doesn't have any shoes on. She is unshod because she has such brilliant feet. Even the farrier says for a thoroughbred that she has got absolutely amazing feet, and there is no need to put shoes on her at the moment. So yes, we're hoping she'll mature to about 16 hands, and she retired racing last year, I think in November, and she had a decent spell, a decent letdown, and then with her previous owner, she's really been working on her groundwork. She has enjoyed paddock life, just being a horse. And so really Echo arrived 2.5 weeks ago on a very wet Wednesday. She was meant to arrive, I think, at about 4:30, but didn't get here until 8:30 p.m. at night. So it was very, very dark by that point. So we brought her in, ripped off the very wet cotton that got absolutely soaked when getting her from the truck to the stables here, put a thick rug on and put her straight out in her paddock. So the last 2.5 weeks has been showing her around the entire property to get her familiar with her new environment. So pretty much for that first week, it was mainly just handling her, reinforcing all that groundwork that she has done with her previous owner, which I have to say is a massive testament to her previous owner, because she is just so lovely to handle on the ground. So we're just reinforcing that here in the new environment, walking her around the track, showing her the cross-country course, and just getting her used to all those different areas, the arena as well, because that's got the big gazebo in the middle, and obviously coming into the stables and being in here when it's rainy, windy, and then also in the wash bays and teaching her how to be cross-tied. So the next thing I really wanted to work on for the next week and a half while she first arrived was getting her ready for her farrier appointment, which was the following Friday. So we had a week and a half to make sure she was sorted, and to do that we were just really getting her familiar with, you know, picking up all of her legs, carrying her own weight, because, you know, you always want your horse to be on its best behavior for the farrier, and it was something that Tim and I were a little bit nervous about, but we practiced it a lot in the stables and in all other areas of the property, and there was no surprises, because last Friday when she had the farrier appointment, she didn't even take a step, and the farrier said that she was a pleasure to deal with. So that was a huge sigh of relief for both Tim and I. So she has just had a trim, no shoes or anything, but albeit she was absolutely amazing. So the last 2.5 weeks, yes, I have ridden her. You might have seen a few sneak peeks on the reels and a couple of stories of me taking photos, you know, behind her ears. I have ridden her about 3 to 4 times, and it has been absolutely nothing stressful. It has been walking around the track here at GPH a few times, taking her into the arena. I've ridden her a few times in there, walking, trotting, you know, just getting her comfortable. Nothing in, like, I'm not pulling her into a frame or anything. It's just her being really relaxed. She's even done some truck poles. That was really cute, getting her little legs up. And then out the back on the cross country course as well, just doing some walk, trot. I've cantered her a few times, and yeah, she's just been really, really lovely. We're just trying to establish a bond, get those buttons all established as well. And of course, I had to get my saddles fitted to her as well. So that appointment was done last Monday, and so she's all sorted. So Echo has never had a problem with her appetite at all. She always licks her breakfast and dinner buckets completely clean. And before she arrived, I did reach out to the team at CEN Nutrition to see if she could also be added to the team with Enzo, because Enzo obviously gets all of his nutritional needs and supplements from CEN. And we're very lucky to announce and happy to announce that Echo is a part of the team as well. So now we're going to talk about a couple of goals for me and this beautiful mare. So short-term goals, I think, is just for me to build a bond with her, for her to trust me, establish our paces and get her working properly and through over her back end, and just making sure that all of her buttons are established as well, and take her off property to show other places, going on trail rides and little outings to different places, just to get her familiar to be different environments as well. And then maybe some long-term plans for me and her would be to go to a couple of dressage days, go sand dancing, maybe a couple of low height show jump days too. And then maybe later on there might be some eventing, but we'll just have to play it by ear. She is young, it is going to take time. She is super green. Sometimes I forget that she is only 4, because she does sometimes have just such a good head on her. So I just need to take it really slow so she gets the best start in her new career. So I hope you guys have enjoyed meeting Echo and getting to know a bit more about her and what my plan is with her. Obviously it's going to be a very slow road, but hopefully a very rewarding one, and I'll be taking lots of videos and showing off our progress on my channel. So stay posted for some more videos coming very soon. And as always, if you did like this video, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, as it would really mean a lot. And I'll see you guys on my next video very, very soon. Bye.